It's not like they do need to know. I mean, like, every time someone goes to the bathroom, am I supposed to be like, congrats on pooping, here's a get well card? Like, what? Hey guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. Now, one of my most popular series on my channel is my period horror stories series. This is where I ask my lovely subscribers, hey, tell me about a really embarrassing moment that you got your period, and I read it to everyone on the internet that is watching this video. I try to make these videos once a month. I'm not gonna lie, my posting schedule has been a little bit messed up. Thanks, Vlogmas. I've been a little bit all over the place, but the point is that we are here, and that is what matters. So if you want to see more videos like this, give us a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments and make sure you're subscribed and your post notifications are turned on. If you'd like to see more episodes of this, I have an entire period horror stories playlist, and I also made a school version. So definitely go check those out. I also have like first period, first time using a tampon. I got period tips. Honestly, I make some good content. You should stick around for more, but now I'm just tooting my own horn. Let's get into this. So go grab some snacks, go grab some tea, and go grab some period products, and let's read about your horrible period experiences to hopefully make others feel better about their horrible period experiences. Yay! Girl, Fluff is in here snoring. Am I boring you? Yo, she is knocked out. Like, let me take a photo and I'll show you guys. She sleep. Oh, she woke up. My bad. I had a stomach bug, a cold, and my period all at once. Let's just say that was a fun couple of days. That sounds like absolute hell, actually. And I've seen some comments from you guys that like you sadly had COVID and had your period at the same time. Oh my gosh, dude, that sounds like a nightmare. I had sinus surgery last month in December. I don't know when you're watching this. December of 2022, your girl had sinus surgery. Tell me how the day of my surgery or either the day before I got my period. So I'm going through sinus surgery on my period, can't breathe out of my nose, I'm bleeding out of my nose. It was horrible. It truly is. And whenever I hear stuff like this, I can't help but think, let this happen to a man. He would be hospitalized because he would not be able to tolerate all of that. Honestly, our tolerance through the roof. Is that good or bad? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing. Other times I'm like, maybe that's a bad thing because maybe I shouldn't be putting up with this much pain. I was moving rooms and got a brand new mattress with brand new white sheets. My period wasn't coming for another couple weeks, so I figured I'd have time to prepare. As a period does, the very next day, I'm laying in bed after completing homework and look down to see they're stained. Yeah, so I have a rule, and my rule is just never really wear or use white. Just always better safe than sorry. You know, I feel like Mother Nature, yeah, I can try and track her as much as I want and try to plan and prep for her visit as much as I want, but she truly comes whenever she feels like it, and I can't keep playing this guessing game. The only white sheets I own are my Halloween sheets because they have a little ghost on it. So the entire month of October, I slept with a towel on top of the sheets. Yeah, I did get my period at one point. I had that towel on there, but even when I didn't have my period before and I didn't have my period after, I still kept that towel down there because I was not taking that risk. Not on these white sheets. No siree. We're not about to have some bloody ghosts. So listen, just always sleep with a towel under you, I guess. I leaked in front of my crush and he told my teacher, and my teacher gave me detention. Yeah, hell no, that's not flying with me, buddy. Let my teacher give me detention for having my period? You mean something that naturally happens to people with vaginas? Something that I can't control or choose to have? Yeah, no, absolutely not. You know what I can choose to do, teach? I can choose to report you, and your boss can choose to fight you. Fight. I meant fire. Your boss can choose to fight and fire you. Boom. So one time my friend was on her period and the teacher wouldn't let her go to the bathroom to clean herself up. She told me that she was too scared to go and I had to tell the teacher. I told the teacher that she was on her period because my friend told me to, so my teacher let my friend go. When my friend came back, it turns out the teacher had told everyone in the class to applaud my friend and give her handwritten cards. I felt bad for her ever since. What in the why? First of all, who is this teacher to be telling everyone my business? No one needs to know that I'm bleeding from my coochie. It's okay if they do. No need to be ashamed of your period. No need to hide it. But like, it's not like they do need to know. I mean, like every time someone goes to the bathroom, am I supposed to be like, congrats on pooping, here's a get well card? Like what? I'm gonna applaud Jimmy because he came back from the bathroom? That's weird. You know, on one hand, I'm like, hell yeah, celebrate me because I'm bleeding. But it's also like, this is a bit extreme, you know? Periods happen to a lot of us. It's not a disease. Feels like it sometimes, but it's not. Intentions are good, but I don't know, man. I clogged my friend's toilet at her house and it looked like tomato soup gone wrong. So I told my friend and she told her dad it was her and he unclogged the toilet. Bestie's a real one. Hell yeah, Bestie's a real one. I feel no greater anxiety or no greater fear than when I'm in a bathroom I don't know, using a toilet I don't know, and it clogs. And I've literally had that happen to me and it was just pee. I was like mortified. I was like, I don't have a plunger in here. I don't know how to use a plunger and I'm gonna have to go grab someone and they're gonna think I had just a massive and they're gonna have to unclog the toilet. I hate it. Yeah, peeing, pooping, bleeding, it's all natural. I still don't wanna look at it and I don't want other people looking at it. No, dude. Shout out to Bestie though. I got my period and then went to school not knowing, and then the teacher looked at me and said, OMG, you should get your butt checked out. So the whole class heard and then was looking at my butt, and then I got dress coded because everyone was looking at my butt and I was wearing jeans. Before we talk about the period concern, how am I gonna get dress coded for other people looking at my body? My body's covered up, sis. How are you gonna blame me? That's my problem with dress code. Truly it is. I could be covered up like a nun if I wanted to. And there's always gonna be some perverted little 13-year-old, or honestly just some perverted little whoever, that's still gonna sexualize that. How is that my fault? Is it my fault they're a pervert? Why would the teacher say, OMG, you should get your butt checked out? What do you mean checked out? Like I got problems with my butt? Like you think I got stabbed in the butt and I'm bleeding from my butt? Is a period. Don't you have one? You've never seen one before. It's talking about get your butt checked out. Like at the hospital, it's a period. Weird. Me and my boyfriend were doing the dirty and I started my period and he thought he hurt me internally. Yeah, baby, yo dick's not that strong. You wish though. I had to skip 20 minutes of math class because I went to the bathroom to change my pad and I realized I had no pads with me, so I had to run around my school to make my way to the office to get a pad, and there was blood running down my leg. That's horrible. And I'm picturing like a murder scene vibes, like when you're trying to run away from the murderer and like you were injured so you just have blood leaking behind you, like you're leaving a trail of blood. Honestly, yeah though, your uterus is essentially murdering itself, so it's not completely, you know, far off. But okay, listen, some solutions for you. Reusable period pads and period underwear. And I will always say that because then you don't have to go running around school stressing, looking for pads, possibly having blood running down your legs. You wear period underwear, that collects up to like 16 tampons worth of blood. Some, they'll explain like this is like a light period underwear. This is like a medium, just like how tampons and pads work. If you can go to school for 8 hours and rock a heavy period underwear for 8 hours and not have to change it, why not? I'll link you some of my favorites. I got you, sis. Best period change I've ever made in my life. Second, if you don't want to use reusable products for some reason, tell your teacher or like your friends or your classmates, hey, let's start like a community period kit where we all bring in period products and we donate, and whenever we don't have any, we can all pick from this. Sad that we have to do that, but like listen, we gotta stick together and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do so you're not running around the school bleeding down your leg. You're welcome. My period was particularly heavy that month, so I wore a pad and a tampon to bed. Well, I apparently bled through both and my underwear, pajamas, sheets, and mattress pad. The stain still remains on the sheets today. You sure that was your period and not that you were like stabbed in your sleep? You're not even supposed to lose that much blood on your period too. We always lose a lot less than we actually think we're losing. Like it looks like we're losing like a gallon of blood, right? We're really not. Hold up. Let's do a real Google search. How much blood do you lose on your period? Is it like 2 tablespoons or something? 2 to 3 tablespoons. Did you just bleed all of the tablespoons out at once that it bled that deeply through all those layers? Maybe you should get your period checked out. That's insane. I was a competitive dancer and I was competing solo for the first time. It was about angels and my costume was white and very fitted. I already know where this is going. Little did I know I bled through my costume and there was bright red on the white shorts. I didn't know when I was dancing, but blood was dripping on the stage too. After I competed, a judge came up to me and said that he liked the difference between heaven and hell. I don't do dance anymore. What? No, because I would have taken that and I would have ran with it. I was like, I'm so happy you understand the creative route that I was going down. Like, I am so happy you understood what I was trying to portray. Sometimes the angels can turn into demons and like Lucifer and stuff. Nah, I would have ran with that. I would have like, yes, this was on purpose. Indeed. You like my special effects? They're all natural. I was at Disney World and I bled on the seat in Expedition Everest ride. My 6-year-old cousin was next to me and she started crying because she thought the ride killed me and she was scared she would die too. This got me thinking, when you go to an amusement park, like the things that have happened to those seats. Someone could have peed, someone could have pooped, farted, sharted, threw up, bled on them. Oh God, I don't think I'm gonna be able to ever look at a seat the same way again. Ignorance is bliss, y'all. Don't even think about it, even though I just made you think about it. I I was sitting in science class with a male teacher and I was having some of the worst cramps of my life. I'm a perfectionist, so I obviously didn't leave class. Meds don't work, so the nurse can't help. I was trying to do work, but I was in some of the worst pain of my life. Yeah, it be like that sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, no way period pains are supposed to be this bad. And honestly, if your period pains are really, really bad and really painful, it doesn't hurt to go check those out because they really shouldn't be that painful and like make you not be able to focus on anything else except the pain. So it could be something underneath the surface. Aside from that, I've totally been there, done that, where my cramps, I feel like I can't do anything. And the biggest tip I can probably think of for this is, you know, those like hot hands, like hand warmers. So I'm pretty sure they make them to like stick on your tummy for cramps, or you can just grab the hand ones and like put them in your pants waistband to help with cramps. Cause I really don't like taking pain meds, so I try to avoid it as much as I can, but heat always helps me. So like a heating pad for sure. And obviously you're in school, you can't really carry around a heating pad. So those hot hands, think about it. But yeah, also people that are like, periods can't be that bad. Explain this. I got my first period on my first airplane ride. My mom was sitting in the front of the plane and I was in the back. So I had to ask this random lady next to me for period supplies. She handed me a tampon. Shout out to that lady. I was really nervous and didn't want to ask for anything else. So I took it and went back to the plane's toilet. I spent a whole half hour trying to put in the tampon, and it would have been there longer if this random guy hadn't started banging on the door. I finally managed to get the tampon in, but it felt really weird and it was a very awkward walk back to my seat. Nothing is more uncomfortable than a tampon that's been put in wrong. Also, dude, aren't there like 4 bathrooms on a plane? Minimum 2. Go knock on someone else's door. Also though, I hate plane bathrooms. They are so tiny. I feel like I can barely stand in them. I feel like I'm suffocated. I can't picture putting in a tampon for the first time in a plane bathroom. That sounds horrible. But listen, you did it. You can conquer putting in a tampon anywhere else now. You did the hardest one, a bathroom plane. You're moving, you're getting some turbulence, you're in a crowded spot. I'm so proud of you. If you actually don't know how to put in a tampon, I have a great video for you to check out. It's called How to Put in a Tampon. Wearing light blue pants at school and walk around all day with the stain until I finally noticed in the last class of the day. So when this happens, I always wonder, so like, did no one notice my stain and I just got super lucky that no one saw it? Or did everyone see it and no one tell me? That's the part that hurts, knowing that someone else out there saw your stain and they didn't say anything about it. If my friends knew about it and I found out, ooh, I'd be like, so we're testing our friendship now, huh? Again, ignorance is bliss. I would just simply tell myself no one saw. And for the most part, I feel like we do think people look at us more often than they actually do because we're just so like worried about it and like so insecure and so conscious about it. So like, yeah, maybe no one actually noticed. We're gonna lie to ourselves, hopefully. I was in English. I felt something so wrong. So I go to the bathroom and only to find out that I had gotten my period. Nobody had any supplies or anything. So I had to walk down the hall to my old English teacher and he was the only one with supplies. But him being so cool about it was amazing. His mama raised him right. That took a turn I was not expecting. You're telling me of all the people with vaginas, the male teacher was the only one with period products? He is a king. We must protect him at all costs. That is amazing. Seriously though, like petition all your teachers to get a period supply kit going because I shouldn't have to be asking 12 different people for a pad or reusable products. I'm telling you. Last one says, I was hanging out with my boyfriend and had to go to the bathroom. As I was wiping, I realized there was blood and freaked out because it wasn't supposed to come for another 2 days, so I had nothing. I was nervous to tell my boyfriend because I thought he would be grossed out, but I told him and he went silent for a moment, then left his house. He came back with pads, chocolate, and some underwear. Plus he let me cuddle with him on his chest and said that he'd be an idiot to leave me for something that's normal. So shout out to your man, but I don't want to burst your bubble. This is the bare minimum. And I'm not saying the bare minimum is for a boy to bring you chocolate and pads and some underwear. That's the next level. That's nice. That's kicking it up a notch. The bare minimum is for a boy not to be disgusted by a period. That is it. That's not even the bare minimum. That's like under the bare minimum. That is buried underground. That being said, if you were dating someone or you like someone, you're friends with someone, whatever, and they are grossed out by your period, please cut them out of your life immediately. Periods are natural. That's just how my body is. That's just how life decided to be. And if you're grossed out by that, you're immature. And to be honest, you shouldn't be dating or sleeping with someone that thinks periods are gross. In my last video, I mentioned, yeah, so guys that don't respect or understand anything about women, you should not be allowed to procreate. Go check that video out. It was actually dumb misconceptions guys have about girls. That'd be a great video to watch. But yeah, happy for you, but just know that he did the bare minimum. But wait, also though, real talk before I finish this. So he just sat in silence without saying a word and then left the house? And he didn't comfort me or tell me, oh, it's fine that you have your period until he came back? I would be panicking for the entire time that he's gone. I'd be like, oh my God, I grossed this man out so much that he left his own house. That's not cool, dude. But whatever, I rest my case. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have your own period horror story that you would like to share with us today, please leave that in the comments below. And if you want to see more of this series, definitely go check out my period horror stories playlist. Now, shout out of the day goes to Sarah on Instagram. Thank you so much. If you'd like to be shout out of the day, just follow me on my Instagram and stay active. If you want more playlists kind of similar to this or more content kind of similar to this, listen girl, whatever you identify as really, we're all welcome here. I have the greatest channel for you. I have my Things Only Girls Understand series, first period essentials, or like how to deal with getting your period for the first time. I have my revealing secrets, lots of tea and confessions. I mean, I got you sis. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you totally should and turn on those post notifications. But all that being said, I will see you guys next time, especially see you next month with another period horror stories. So if there's a specific one that you want me to do, let me know. Anyways, bye, stay safe out there, don't be leaking. And if you do, I hope it's not that bad. Okay, bye.